Hi, Carol here, and thank you for joining me again in my craft room. I just downloaded the finished product of this card slash photo album, and I added a couple of things that I'm just going to quickly show you. I wanted to show you, first of all, this. I'm going to take my camera here, but see this little jar? I don't know what it was, but I got a tall one for my tall paintbrushes and a small one. The lid comes off, as you can see, and it has glass innards, and I got them for 50 cents each. The other one's a tall one for my larger paintbrushes, but isn't this awesome? And it allows to drip inside there once you've cleaned it off if it's not altogether dry. I just wanted to share that. I thought it was kind of nice, and I got this nice metal container here. It's like really heavy, old vintage metal container, and I thought that was nice. That was a couple of weeks ago when my BFF was down, and it was before I went to the surgeons and we went shopping, so no more shopping for me for a while. But I wanted to get this completed for you, this box, to put it in, and hopefully we can do it together and have a little bit of fun, because it's really nice when you have an album to have a matching box, and not just to get like this card. Obviously, my fingers are full of paint. Obviously, it's easy for this one because we just picked up a dollar store. I just picked up a dollar store album. They were 2 for $1, covered it. And then what I did is I grabbed this little card. You saw me do this, and added little notches to the side. I think it's really important when you put on ribbon that you add these little notches. It just secures it and you don't have to tape it. So I have that. Then I took my scissors, went around the edges, added this little thing together, because now that my mom passed away, my dad passed away, and it's just the 4 girls, and we're together. And anyway, I don't want to get into tears here. So I had an arrow pointing to together. I put the 1/16 hole down in the corner because I am going to slide it onto this corner mount like this. I'm not going to do it now, but it's going to slide down there, and it's going to hang from the actual album. So I have that there, and then we're going to all sign it. So these little earrings, keep your round earrings. You can get, they come like this at Michael's, but they're just they're just earrings, and they're wonderful for adding. There's that little corner. So anyway, I'm going to put the card on here, and I'm going to show you what I did as far as us going ahead and making this box together. I need my paintbrushes, that's why they're there. Now, I just prepared this. So what I did was this, I put it all together. So I can't work all combogerated. I have to have some type of organization about me when I do stuff. Otherwise, if it's all over, my thoughts go all over. It's just the way I work. I'm fascinated with people that especially do mixed media and they have stuff everywhere. And they're just as calm as can be, and they just do their thing, and I think it's great. But I have to have things in a little bit of order, just a little bit. So what I did, this is the lid. The lid is only an eighth of an inch wider on each side than the actual box will be. So when I did this, I took the, let me just make sure I have this here. Okay, the smaller one, I want to show you the difference here, because the time gets away from us. Okay, the lid obviously is thinner than the box height, right? Because it's just going on. So I made this simple so that when you did your front and back papers, it was easy to measure. This one is 1 inch wide by 7 3/4 inches long, because this here, I did everything. Let me make it plain and simple here. this is 1¼ inches wide. So I did this 1 inch, right? Because you want to have 1/4 inch around like that. And we all know that, right? That our paper is going to be 1/4 inch in from whatever measurement you're making your box. So this box, if you get the same one at the dollar store, it'd be great because the measurements will all be the same. But the chances of that are nil and none, unless you live in the same area as me. But maybe not. So I will give you the measurements. This was a 1/8 inch bigger for the lid. Can you see that? Sorry, 1/4 inch bigger. There's the lid. This is the bottom. This is the lid that's going to fit over. So it gives you 1/8 inch all the way around. Okay? So we'll start out. I wanted, when you open the box, and yikes, where is my, oh, it's under there. Phew. This is what I want the lid to have on the top. Okay, so because I didn't buy 2 of these sheets, which I don't know why, but I'm going to order more. I was actually online looking for it. I'm going to order many of these. I love these papers, but because, oh, I'm sorry, but because I don't have the exact papers, I wanted to run with the inside, which is, when you open this up, is the baked brown sugar. More so the baked brown sugar on here, right? And the green and the pink. So I thought this, so I went into a collection because I didn't have the green. And I'm going to show you here what I picked. Now, to get my measurements, you just take your album right to the farthest point, and I don't think I'm telling anybody anything new. This is how I did it. I laid it on my cardboard like that. I do not want a ton of space. I want it to fit right down in, and that she has to, you know, just a little piece of tissue and it slides in. So when I took that, you can see how much around space I have. 1/4 inch at the max, I would say. Maybe half, maybe 3, maybe half, but for sure, just, you know, I just want 1/4 inch all the way around. And then 1/2 inch, another 1/4 inch for the lid. Okay, so let's get this out of the way here. And at the end, we will come and put that on. Now, what I'm going to use, because this is not, you know, I wanted to obviously use Tyvek and use really heavy cardboard to put it together. But my sister's really good at putting it away, and it will only come out to put photos in it, and it'll be really well stored. So I'm not worried about it completely falling apart because I don't use double-sided tape and Tyvek and, you know, really thick cardboard for the sides. I want this, I have to have this for tomorrow. I cannot be cutting with my hands, so I chose to do it with the painter's tape. Now I have the 2-inch painter's tape, which I'm pretty sure it is 2 inches. Let me just see here, 2 inches, yes it is. Or the green, and the 1 inch. I was going to use the green, but that limits me now because I don't have the same paper, so I went and grabbed the thick one. So we will put the 1 inch away, we will work with the 2 inches, and we will start putting it together. So we will start with the bottom. The bottom has thicker edges to stand up, you know, to give me some height. And the lid here has only 1 inch. So this is 1 inch down to put the lid on, and this is 2 inches. That gives me 2-inch depth for my gift. So we will put the actual lid aside and come back to that in a minute, and we will construct our box. So I can take this off, take the papers out. So my paper ended up 7 1/4 by 7 3/4 by 7 1/4. No, that can't be right. This ended up to be, can't be 7 1/4 wide. This ended up to be 5 1/4. That's it, 5 1/4. This is 5 1/4 by 7 3/4 because this is 8 inches long. So I brought it just, everything's down 1/4, okay? So top when I get done and underneath when we get done, like that. That's what I chose for the actual box. I chose to have this as the outside. It actually has a design in there, but it's really dark black gray with a gold running through it. It's actually beautiful if you could see that in person. I chose this to be the inside. Okay, so we'll worry about that later. Right now we are going to construct. So you have your bottom, and let's go like this. You have your bottom, and there we go. Did I write them on all of these? I did. Look at that. Inside, top lid, and I did put, I did the same mistake twice. See? Creature of habit. So let's get all of our papers long and long. And you know what? This does not take long. I mean, this, well, it does for me, the state I'm in here, but on the average, if you're just zipping along and you have all your measurements, you know you're just bringing everything down 1/4 inch, and it will work out perfectly for you. So there we are. Let's get our box going. So you have this like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is add our tape to the sides. And this is going to really work out well. You watch. It'll be slow, but it'll work out nicely. So you're going to take it and just kind of, just by eye, there we go, rip it off. And that's not a good rip. I want to do this right, okay? I don't want to turn this around like this, and let's see, did I give myself enough room? I think I did. There we are. So I'm going to have 1 inch on each side, okay? So you have 1 inch. I'm going to grab the Tim Holtz scissors. They're easier on my thumb. And you are just going to cut this off like that. Then you're going to go like this. I've got to cut this even here. Okay. And I'm going to try to hurry this along for you because it is like awesome to do it this simply. If they're not going to be smashing the box around, you're pretty safe. So you want to come down here like this, just on 1 inch. Okay, doesn't have to be exact, but as close as you can. You're not going to see it. And what makes this really nice to have the painter's tape is how fine and thin it is. When we put our paper and we paint over this, it's going to be awesome. So let's get it down nicely and use it on a non-stick sheet. I'm just saying that for you newbies that are watching this. It works out better to be lifting it up. And I don't know if I'm going to have to do this in 2 videos. I think I am because I'm just moving too slow. Okay, let me see if I could do it this way, if it's any faster. Okay, go like that. See if I could tear and rip and everything. I can't do that with my hands. I have to. This isn't working out. So I might start the video over, and I don't know. Trying to decide here whether I should move it along a little quicker or do it in 2 videos, but I think you'd appreciate it more in 2 videos so that you could see the whole process of it, right? Okay, so then we need one more piece, and let's cut it. I think it's going to work out better for my long scissors. Then I can just go boink. There we go, we found it. Then you're going to put this, wow, almost right on, right there like that, and run it down. You can lift it right up, try to get no creases if you can, and turn it around. Look at that. We're almost there. Okay, turn it over. Now you're going to take your sides. You are going to butt them up. I want you to be able to see this. There we go. You want to butt this up. Let me do this side first for you. Trying just to get right in there. Okay, you want to butt it up perfectly like this. And once it's perfectly, let it down and then let it drop. And you will have a perfect gusset in there of about 1/16 of an inch. Just perfect, whatever the width of this is. So if you have cut this on your runner, the smooth side butt up, okay? So let's do that again for you. We're working up here. You're going to set this perfect up like this, right up there. Put it right against there and let it, oh, no. That didn't work because I don't have the smooth end. Okay, see? You can feel that. If you don't have it right on, I'm just working there. Press it down to hit the painter's tape, then let it drop. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, that's 2. And I have 11 minutes left. Okay, find the, I'm going to move a little quicker here if I can. So there we are. Do you see that? Got it right up against there. Then let it fall. You have the perfect gusset. Turn around, find your smooth end, put it on there like that. And we are almost done our, now watch it. Let me jump in here. It will want to woggle if you're just using one hand. So use both hands, press it down, let her fall. There we go. Look at that. There's our box. Look. Okay. We are there. Look. Yikes. That's great. Now, you can choose to put your paper down and that like it is like this. I don't want to do that because I am going to add the 1 inch. No, I'm not. I'm not switching. I am not switching because of inconvenience. I am going to add this to the creases because I do want some stability in there. Whoa, lift that up, Carol. See how easy it is? It's not really that. Let me break this off right there. Okay. Okay. I want stability on there, so you have to look and see where it is nice and even, and then you can tear it, but I am going to cut it like that. See how nice that is? I I mean, that way when I fold it up, that's not going to make a hill of beans there. And when I fold that up, I do have double security right there. And you know we're going to paint it. And we're going to put paper on this, and it's going to be beauteous. I'm going to bring it back out like that. There we are. And let's get moving on that. So let's grab another piece. And let's go. I'll just do it like this. There we are. That way I would just grab my scissors, cut up like this. Grab my scissors, come up like that. Perfect. I'm getting it. Yay! Turn it around. And okay, let's put this down here like so. Nope, not like so. I'm going to cut this off. Wrong scissors. There we go. Okay, but you can see how, oh, I'll just move that over. There. You can see how this is coming together, can't you? Yikes. I'm not going to use that. It's got a booger in there. I don't like that. Okay, let's start again. Now, I can do one of two things. I can either keep going along. I wish I could see you so you could tell me what you want me to do. There we are. Okay. And then grab your scissors. You'll be ripping and tearing because you don't have casts on, right? So you'll be able to do this in a much quicker manner. There. And then turn it around, and then we will proceed. We are going to paint this, so you're not going to see any edges, nothing. It is going to be, let's say it together, beauteous. Oh yes. Okay, so there we are. Okay, lift it up, and our box is complete on the bottom. Not really, because once I do this, once I bring all of this up, and you know what we're going to do, right? We are going to, I'm going to take my nails, that's why I have them, and I'm just going to go inside there like that. Okay, so that when we go to do the edges and around here, and we paint in there, I want to have a nice smooth painted top. I don't want this cardboard even with ink on it. So yeah, you got it. We are going to do the tops. Then I'm going to proceed into part 2 where it will be almost completed. Okay, so you want to do this like that. Okay, just going to show you here. You want to do it like this. Put it down like that, cut the edges, and fold it over. And that way you will have a nice smooth edge on the top of the cardboard box. Now this might not take long, but you still want it to look good, right? And I'm just going to show you this because our time is running out, unfortunately. Okay, look at that. See what I'm saying? When we paint this and our paper, let me just grab a sheet of that paper. When we do this, like this, okay, you're going to have the sides nice and prepared. Let's do the side so I can show you here. So you're going to see the paint and the nice paper in contrast. It's going to be really nice. So let's get our paper out, and I am going to do the sides like this, cut it, and then when I get back, Let me just see here. I have to pull it up. I'm holding the scissors on the bottom so it is a perfect angle to fold over. Okay, so then we just fold this nicely over like that. Uh-oh, something got under there, but you won't see it with the paper. I'm not going to get that technical, am I? Yes, I am. Where's my... Why don't I see my pokey tool? I will use this. See, I'm using up my time for this one little thing. Can't help it. There we are. I don't know what was in there. Nothing. It's just a boo-boo in the paper, so I don't want anything to be off kilter. There. There we are. Feels good. Okay. There we are. Now we are going to do this to all of them. If I had something I could speed up, whoa, that would be great. So in the final, when I get this down, I just want to show you how nice that's going to look painted. We are going to match the paint up in a deep green and gold together. And look at how clean that is. Can you see that? Beauteous. Okay, let's proceed. And I will download this. And we will move on to... I'll have all this completed. When I come back with the next video, I will have it right down to where we're going to decorate it. How's that? And then, because you see the concept, except for I will show you the lid, right? I'll show you how we, you know, did the construction of it. Okay, so let's do this. And look how much double-sided tape you saved in the process of it all. Tons. Push it down. There we go. I'm going to just take a little bit off here. Now, if you want to square off your corners, you can, but I'm not going to because you are not going to see that. There we are. One of them completed. Love it. Look at that corner. Really nice with the masking tape. Really nice. So I'm going to go around. Let me show you here on the dark sheet of paper so you can see how nice that is going to look on this box. We're almost there. I'm going to go down and download this for you, and then the completion will be just part 2, and we will have ourselves a gorgeous box to put that dollar store photo album in. And I want to thank everybody for your comments. Carolyn, you're going to make one of these. Yay! You're going to love it. I got an email. And Deb, I hope your card came out well. That nice porthole card. I just got an email, and I love it when somebody sees a project that you do and they are so excited to case it. I love that. It's such an honor to be cased. I mean, to somebody like your, because we all do that, right? We all see something and go, oh, I want to do that. Yeah, so thank you. And Caroline, you just, I can't wait to see it. You are such